I was able to reproduce for you the original sound of John's guitar. Now, the historical announcement that I'm going to make is this one. There is an organ part, a RT3 Hammond organ part played by the genius of George Martin in one earlier hand, that is perfectly merged as a stealth part into John's guitar. The pickup that we are going to use for the whole part is the bridge pickup of the Rickenbacker 325. And then you're going to pick the strings very near to the bridge, this way. Let's start now by understanding how John played the introduction of the song. First, how he frets the strings. He only frets the last four strings, the E, A, D and G. You can clearly hear the F sharp here playing on the D in the original recording. And the cadence that is given to the strumming is also particular, so it's not very sharp, it's not continuous. And then when he moves to the D, there is no slide. Okay, so it's... When John gets to the last D, he changes the form of the chord to a D7. So you stop plucking down, you start with an upward. Let's now go through the verse. Remember that the guitar arrangement that John played is built to be merged with the keys of the organ. So you will see John muting. So he's basically playing only the low E and the A string. So with the pinky he plays the boogie, but only one time, not twice. This way. Then John moves to a D chord, which is played in a particular way. First, you have to make a small bar chord on the low E, A and D string. Here. And you have to move here anticipated, so listen. This way. Then the boogie goes. And look what's happening here. He moves here. So the E minor chord is played here, not here. He plays an open E string. Listen. So you have to play the low E string open and mute it just a little while after you played it, like this. Then it goes to a B7. The B7 is played by keeping the thumb to mute the low E string, so the low E string is not ringing. Okay, so you just played these three notes. Okay, then there is another verse which is played in the same exact way, where John though stops on the E minor and he enters the refrain with a small shorter slide, starting from the 7th fret on the low E, like this. Then it goes up and plays open A and D string. This way. After this goes to a D, and then he plays a open E string, low E string, this way, and goes into a G. The G is played like this on the last four strings, and then E minor. When he goes back to the C, which is again muted as before, to the G, muted. When we get to the middle eight, the arrangement of the song completely changes, but I suggest that you play this arpeggio. The two arpeggios together harmonize an amazing part, a chorus effect, which is this one. So let me show you the part. So what he plays is on the C, is coming out from the middle 8 from the C, so he plays hitting the D 4 times and muting the A with the thumb. Okay, sometimes he hit the A's as well. Then the second time he hit the D twice. And then he plays this. Open E, verse again. Next we have the ending that goes so remember, 2 times D, and the B is the same of the verse and is muted in the same way by continuously raising the hand. And then you go again to C, D, and then muted C, full chord with the added G with the ring finger on the lowest string. And then open, the only open G of the song.